Here we are in your Uncle Joe's garage, outfitted by California Car Cover with special help from Mike Thompson RV. You got to get the sponsors in early.
Of course.
Very honored to have Katie Tunstall. Yes, Katie Tunstall is with us here today, and you're doing a Fleetwood Mac benefit. It's actually Fleetwood Macfest, which is a benefit for Sweet Relief. That's the reason you're in town. Well, no, actually, you live here, don't you?
I moved. I decided it was time.
Originally from Scotland.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, the question we always ask people right off the bat is...
Are we really tight with money? Yes.
That takes it. Number two question. And you're very difficult to understand if you had a couple of... No, I don't know about you, but the other Scots have...
It's certainly if you're from Glasgow, and I'm from the northeast, very beautiful part of the world, just north of Edinburgh. And as you can hear, it's a lilting, sweet accent, which one can usually understand.
Usually.
Usually.
What was your first car? You're in the garage, or is it a garage?
The garage.
It's a garage.
The garage.
We're at Uncle Joe's garage.
Uncle Joe's garage. The first car that really is worth mentioning, there were others, but just really too embarrassing. A 1969 Fiat 500.
A Fiat?
Yeah. I mean, it's like driving a gobstopper. It was so funny.
And from this, you had dreams of driving Formula One cars?
Well, the thing was, my dad had always watched the Formula One, and I hated it as a kid. I just couldn't stand the noise. And then a couple of years ago, I watched that incredible documentary called Senna, about Ayrton Senna. Yeah. And it just brought back all these memories of really being privy to all the Formula One stuff, watching it on the TV. And now I very much enjoy driving, and driving fast when it's legal, of course.
Of course.
And I just think I would have made a great Formula One driver.
You're right in there. You and Jackie Stewart.
Yeah,
you could have been your mentor. Yes. Ayrton Senna was one of the greatest drivers.
Wasn't he in there as well?
Paul Newman was, and he was very cool. Let me tell you.
I know.
We'll talk more about Paul a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I know myself included, saw you for the first time on Jules Holland's show.
Yeah.
And the story on this, folks, Jules Holland was he Squeeze, or what was the band?
He was Squeeze,
He was Squeeze. And he has a chat show, and he has musicians come on, and he's a real musician, so he gives you a lot of latitude. And I'm sure people work for weeks to get ready to get that set perfect.
Oh, big
And you
time.
got a phone call, what, the night before?
Yeah, 24 hours beforehand. I mean, this is the show that this is the zenith, it's a fantastic show. He'll have, for example, the show I was on, it was The Cure, Anita Baker, Jackson Browne, a great British band called the Futureheads. I mean, it's a whole array, of great people.
And you had not done anything really large before this?
I had not done any television before in my life.
So she shows up with her guitar and your tambourine.
My loop pedal.
And you just killed.
It was just great. And with my loop pedal, I have to get the timing just right. And I missed the button on the show. So it was Black Horse and the Cherry Tree. So when it was meant to kick back in, it didn't come back in because I missed the button with my foot. And then Anita Baker's drummer comes over to me and he goes, "Hey, KT, I loved it. I thought it was going to come back in there, but it didn't. And you waited. It was so cool." And I was like, "Thanks, man." Little known fact.
And it's been part of the act ever since.
It sure has, yeah.
Black Horse and Cherry Tree, actually inspired by real things, I would assume.
Yeah.
You did another song.
Real-ish.
A more recent song, Suddenly I See. You won the Ivor Novello Award for that Best Song of the Year.
Yeah,
That's
thank
pretty
you
heavy
for mentioning that.
And that song, though, too, that was fascinating where that came from. What inspired you to do Suddenly I See? The song kind of rocks and the lyrics are...
Suddenly I See was me sat in my basement in London before anything kicked off, and I was writing new songs, just staring at that incredible Patti Smith photo by Robert Mapplethorpe on the front of Horses.
Horses, yes.
And I knew the photograph, but it was just a moment in my life where I was aspiring to really try and make it as a musician, and here was this woman who just looked so timeless and so wise and so just kick-ass.
And sexy at the same time.
Yeah, and androgynous and really relaxed in herself, and I loved the way that it looked. As many other people do.
And that's where the lyrics and the inspiration
That's where Suddenly I See came from. Black Horse was weirder. Black Horse was kind of partly a dream, where I remember seeing this huge black horse in an olive grove, weirdly, and it was wild and breaking free of its tether. And at the same time, I was listening to a lot of old blues music, a lot of the old kind of Alan Lomax, undiscovered, anonymous stuff, and that kind of rawness where you can hear people clapping and stamping in the background, and it's just music for music and no other reason. And really, it's the Robert Johnson meeting at the crossroads. You don't know which way to go, and that's the theme of the song.
And you were channeling that song so well when it came together. The gods were smiling upon you.
Oh man!
You have a new album you're working on.
I'm right in the middle of it, so I'm making it here in LA with a great producer, Tony Hoffer, who I've wanted to work with for a long time.
Excellent.
And it's bombastic. It's very joyful. It's all really about coming through the difficulties of life and surviving it. Big influences: Fleetwood Mac, Tom Petty, a lot of Californian, just real meat, and muscle music with these great backing vocals and these wide kind of cinematic feel to them. I mean, it's just amazing music to draw from.
This sounds great. Fleetwood Mac, a big influence on you?
Always, yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing I love most about what they do, which I try and do myself, is that you can have this very joyous, euphoric song, but then when you really listen to the lyrics,
it's a
they can be saying something else, and I love that.
Lindsey Buckingham turning pop songs and blues songs into pop songs.
Yeah, really, and his playing, I mean, was lucky enough to see them live, and he picks like other people play electric guitar through a Marshall.
Yes.
I mean, the guy has just got power in his hands.
And never had a guitar lesson in his life. Me neither. Fleetwood Macfest, Fonda Theater, and it's for Sweet Relief.
Yeah, charity that helps out musicians.
Helps out musicians. That's tonight. That's the 9th and 10th of February.
Courtney Love, Juliette Lewis, Alison Mossart of The Kills, who else? Perry Farrell. I mean, an amazing lineup of people.
Well, let's just hope everybody behaves backstage.
Well, it's unlikely, but we can hope.
Katie Tunstall, would you like to play a song?
I'd love to.
Which one shall we set up? Which do you want to edit? Do you want to?
Let's do Fleetwood Mac.
We're talking about Fleetwood Mac with Katie Tunstall here. Would you like to play one?
I'd love to.
Would you give us a hint?
It's not first-hand news.
Good luck. Not first-hand news. I'm going to use that later.
I know there's nothing to say. Someone is taking my place. When times go bad, times go rough. Won't you lay me down in the tall grass and let me do my stuff? I know I got nothing on you. I know there's nothing to do when times go bad.
Tunstall. That was great. That was
Thank you.
great. Thank you so much for being here in the
Thank
garage.
you so much.
You're
It was
welcome
a
back
pleasure.
anytime
Thank you.
when you get the album finished.
It's an honor to be in the garage.
Ah, very nice of you to say that. And I understood every word. She must not be Scottish. It must be. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Hey, I know that you, yes you, haven't been in the Uncle Joe's Garage yet, but I got some good news. We have created a mobile version of the Uncle Joe's Garage, thanks to our friends at Mike Thompson RV Superstores. Like they say, don't miss a moment, and don't miss the mobile Uncle Joe's Garage coming to location near you.